currency that uses cryptography for security, but it is not any kind of currency. It is not issued by any central authority, which makes it immune to government's interference or manipulation. This allows them to do activities such as tax evasion or money laundering. Bitcoin, created in 2009, was the first decentralized cryptocurrency. Since then, numerous cryptocurrencies have been created, such as Ethereum, Namecoin, Peercoin, or Litecoin. Bitcoin is the most popular form of cryptocurrency that enables digital transactions between two parties without the need of an intermediary. Every transaction is digitally recorded in blocks which act like ledgers, and once a block is filled, a new block is created. All blocks are connected to each other using hashtags, and a linear chronological sequence of these blocks forms a blockchain. Thus, every transaction is digitally recorded to keep security at a top-notch level. But what are the main impacts on the economy? First of all, it gives power to the dark web, which is a place where you can find assassins, weapons, and a lot more illegal stuff. By using cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin, people can make illegal transactions without giving any information about themselves. It is a way to empower such transactions across the globe, which will ultimately result in increased cybercrime. Moreover, there have been many ups and downs in the value of Bitcoin, which presents a massive possibility for speculation. Just like trading shares, trading in Bitcoin is massive, and seeing the rise in transactions around cryptocurrencies, it is likely to grow further. Lastly, it is likely that we will eventually see the emergence of new markets. Cryptocurrency has opened the possibility that is not controlled by anyone. Cyberspace will rise up as the managing body that will handle and maintain such disruptive markets. The near zero transaction cost has made these currencies even superior to the traditional money we are accustomed to using.
Good morning, Patricia Quintana. Good morning, Teresa, and good morning, Spaniards, and welcome back to Macro News. Today we have a very well-known guest, the most recognized macroeconomics in the area, the young legend of macroeconomics world, the one and only Álvaro. He will grant us an interview to present us, all the way from Coronado Beach, the advantages and disadvantages which we face with cryptocurrency and Bitcoin. Hello, Mr. Knight.
So, good morning, microeconomics freaks. As my companion said before, I am Álvaro Knight. I am at Coronado Beach, but I will briefly explaining to you the main advantages and disadvantages of cryptocurrencies. First of all, cryptocurrencies make it easier to transfer funds from two parties, which allows users to avoid fees that are usually charged by banks. There is no fraud, since it is digital and cannot be counterfeited or reversed arbitrarily by the sender, as with credit cards charges banks. Immediate settlement, which for me is the most important advantage, where contracts can be designed and enforced to eliminate or add third-party approvals and be completed at a future date for much less expense and time. Now going to the disadvantages, cryptocurrencies are virtual and do not have a central repository, which means that it can be wiped out by a computer crash. Also, since prices are based on supply and demand, the rate at which a cryptocurrency can be exchanged for another currency can fluctuate widely. And finally is, of course, the black market that you have previously talked about. So my personal opinion on this topic is that Bitcoin is not as dominant as the rest of the field as once was when it had 89% of the market share. Now its market share has been and will continue decreasing by around 41.6% of the total market share, as there is more and more competition on cryptocurrency. So this is all, and I hope you understood it and enjoyed it. Have a nice time.
Thank you, Mr. Knight, for your precious time. We really appreciate it. As Mr. Knight has explained us, Bitcoin can be today a dangerous tool that leads us to fraud and many other disadvantages. We have with us a reporter, Mrs. Serrano, in Barcelona, who will provide the last update of a real-life example with the Catalonia government. Hello, Mrs. Serrano.
Thank you, Teresa and Vicky. As you have mentioned, a clear example of the misuse that Bitcoin can lead to is when the Catalonia government used Bitcoins to fund and hide the expenses of the illegal referendum that took place last October 1st. According to what the Spanish press El Mundo revealed at the end of November, the government employed the cryptocurrency Bitcoin to pay Amazon and Google, software companies that were key in the organization of the called 10 or October 1st to finance part of the internet domains used to promote the vote pro-independence. As the Spanish Guardia Civil has investigated, Amazon was paid the infrastructure that the Generalitat used to count the votes of the 10, and Google the service called Project Privacy Shield, which is a tool that protects cyber attacks and that in this case, it could be used as a shield to prevent the control of the authorities. Because of this, both firms have received a citation to court from Instruction 13 of Barcelona. This is all we know from now. We will keep you updated as soon as there is something new. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Serrano. Vicky, what do you think about all this? So, Teresa, I personally think that the more popular the cryptocurrency becomes, the more limitation from governments there are. Its complexity in comparison to the conventional currency is sort of a limitation, since its first operation in 2008, when blockchain was also invented, the number of users and investors has been continuously and steadily increasing. At this point, it seems likely that the cryptocurrency world will continue to expand with more currencies, more customers, more miners, and new technology. There has been lately an increase of regulatory scrutiny. There are so many examples of government that have imposed legislations and limitations to the use of Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies, such as China, South Korea, the US, and lastly, Vietnam have introduced many addresses to this recent boom. This boom on cryptocurrency has increased its insecurity within countries. The creation and growth of this currency has affected countries internally. The fact that private banks or particulars that they have to launch own currency alarm governments as they soon lose power over this. A clear example of this is, for example, Russia. We just read and talked about it. The President Putin has encouraged to develop its own currency in order to fight against these particulars and regain its power.
When you say currency, it's this cryptocurrency?
Yeah, they have their own cryptocurrency, which is called Russia cryptocurrency. And I would like to cite a really popular phrase from Putin that mentioned in the AFP. The rush to virtual money is not a fad or a fleeting phenomenon. The virtualization of our life is a market process that has gone on and will continue. So by this, after the creation of this cryptocurrency, payments in Russia could be done with crypto money. There is also a Whopper coin in Russia, so they can pay Whoppers with a crypto money.
Well, thank you very much, Vicky, and thank you very much, Spaniards. We will see you tomorrow in another news of Macro News.
Thank you very much. Have a great morning.
Goodbye, Maria Victoria.
Goodbye.